Alright, what's going on guys, and welcome to the video. So we're going to be looking at a game that I played in the LT-432 on Prok, and what I wanted to do is, if you guys can recall, about a week and a half ago, I'm not sure when I'll release this video, but I did basically a review of Steel Guts game on this map in this tank. And it's a similar situation here. I'm not sure if the tiers are the same and all, but we're in the same tank on the same side of the map. And what I want to do is just kind of talk through how we play it differently, but both play it well, if that makes sense. So what I like to do is Skill actually found this bush, and what it does is it spots this, but it also is a immediate counter for any light tank that's going to drive up here and try and take E1. So I take this bush, I take a shot at the TVP when I light him there, and I'm not spotted. I do have this tank with two different setups on it. So I did select the setup at the beginning with Binox and CVS. So I have optics, Binox, and CVS, which is, in my opinion, the perfect setup for Prok. Some people like to do like the radio equipment and stuff. I don't like this. I think like if you're a really good light tank player, then an extra 2 seconds isn't going to be a big deal because you can just respot people. You know what I mean? So I am going to do a little bit of active scouting, and you can see that the way I play this, and you know, it wasn't like I was trying to play like Steel, but I like to try and compare my gameplay to his, and just so you guys can see two different styles of play, two different, you know, light tankers play this same tank on the same map, and you can see what works and what doesn't work. And again, these are two different games, so the situations that occur might be completely different. You know, you just have to wait and see. So I'm spotting this, I'm spotting the even 90s pushing up. It was a very aggressive play, in my opinion, on his part. I don't know why he would come up that far this early on, but he does. And we're at 1,000 spotting damage already. We're able to clean up both the light tanks, and you can see I say affirmative, affirmative, bunch of exclamation points. I like to get people into the game. It's funny, it's fun. And you know, I don't know, sometimes I just do that. But we take one shot there, but Scorpion ends up tracking me, so I'm still at full HP, and I'm happy with this. And I'm sure everyone on my team is happy too. We spot the turtle. The turtle's being really aggressive as well. The only thing that he does right here is that he's keeping me from getting into this bush where I normally pull into, and I think I did actually learn this from Steel. But I like to use this bush because what it allows you to do is spot even like up through here and stuff, especially if you have CVS. And you just have to be cautious of like what's over here, because I've made that mistake before. But now I'm just trying to poke this very carefully because I don't want to get hit, but I want to try and poke this and see if I can spot the turtle that was there. If I can spot him, I know we don't have Artie, but it'll at least allow me to still see that he's there, and make him less likely to continue pushing, right? Because the further back this guy is, really the better, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, I will spot him if he comes up closer, but I don't want this guy like YOLOing me, so I want to try and keep him lit, because if he gets in here, then I have to run, right? Like, I can try and run circles around him, but I don't know, you know, it depends on the situation. If he gets really close to me and is, you know, basically ramming into me, I don't know. It might be a tough situation. So in any case, I don't want anybody to be YOLOing me, so I want to continue to poke this ridge and just make sure no one's coming my way, right? And here comes the turtle. And I just had a feeling that this guy was going to try and do this for whatever reason, and he does, and he turns, and these people absolutely wreck him, and I'm at 3,600 spotting damage. So yeah, that's what happened with the turtle. And at this point, like, this happened pretty quick. Normally, I would say you can't make this play this quickly, but our team played it pretty well, and I think their team played it kind of crappy. And once I realized that the 7032 had died over here, I said, whoops, I said, everybody move up. I said, TDs, move up, because I'm going to make a play here. So I come over this way, like so. I am spotted, and this is the big difference between what Steel does in his game and what I do in mine. I don't always make this play, and I'm sure he doesn't always make that play either, but when you are uncontested over here, like there's no one over here to shoot you, yeah, you might get hit from if someone's like sitting like in here or something like that, maybe. And you might also get hit from over here. But it's the exact same thing if you're going to run down this bush line and get spotted. In my opinion, you're much safer doing this and coming down this way and running this ridge line than you are trying to stay in these bushes. You could do it either way. It will work. I prefer this because it's hard cover. That's all. And you have way more bushes over here, so you have a lot more concealment to get away with. It's two completely different plays, but they accomplish the same thing. So I'm going to run this way. And at this point, I know that I'm probably still spotted. I only wait maybe 7 or 8 seconds before I poke up again, and Scorpion does, or the RHM hits me there. But the reason I'm okay with coming up this ridgeline that early, while I know I'm kind of still spotted, is because what it does is it gets their guns facing this direction for 1, and 2, if they do fire, I will light them a lot easier, and 3, I was at full HP. So I'm willing to take a shot there. Luckily, I don't get lit on fire, and you can see that because that guy shot at me, I might have spotted him anyway, but because that guy shot at me, I was able to light him. We're at 6,200 spotting, and look, we're up 5,600 HP, and this becomes easy. I'm just going to YOLO into this Progetto, make him turn his gun at me. So now he's turning, and now I'm going to make him turn back the other way, making him, you know, basically be very confused as to what he's going to do, right? Like, I want this guy to be going this way, that way, because it allows my team to be able to easily pick him off, hit him in the turret, whatever. So I'd rather have the attention on me. I have the HP to spare. The game's almost over. Just shoot at me, man. Like, I don't care. I'll take it. And now we're at 6,200 spawning, 700 something damage. I mean, damage to me is never a big deal on Prok. I don't try and get damage. I just want spotting, because that's what's going to win the game. So now I'm going to fly over this ledge, and I spot the T-44 while I'm doing it. Come down here, take one shot at him. I slow down just in time to go down this ledge because I didn't realize how steep it was there. I was thinking I was more like here, but whatever. I think I get a little more spotting damage on this guy. There you go, and it turns out that we do 6,700 spotting visible and 709 damage. So it was a quick game, but I wanted to bring you guys this replay because I want you guys to see exactly how I play it in comparison to Steel. We're both good light tank players. I would argue that he's better than me, but you can see what works and what doesn't work here. I did make the mistake kind of running that ridgeline and getting whacked by the RHM, but in a way I kind of did it on purpose because I knew, you know, where the game stood. I knew we had the game. I knew I had the HP, that kind of thing. I think I explained that, but I want you guys to see how two different good light tankers can play this map differently and still get the same result, still get the win, still get a crap ton of spot damage, and, you know, really just come out with a win. That's the most important. But Prok is that map where I like to basically never shut up on, because I want you guys to know how to play this map, because if anybody knows how to play a light tank, they will know how to play Prok, is what I'm saying. I mean, Prok is the light tank map. You have to know how to play this map because it is all light tanks and spotting. So I like to emphasize everything I do on this map so you guys can learn and see what I do, and, you know, you can try and play it your own way and all, but I want you guys to see what works, what doesn't work, so you don't have to do it yourselves, right? And learn the hard way, right? So what I do is, and I've talked about this a lot before, I come up to this bush right here to start, and then there's a little bush you can poke into right here. And I think I've showed this from the other side too, but what you can do is get in this little ditch, and you're able to, you know, poke into this bush like I showed you guys, and then instead of running down this and getting risk getting hit or spotted or whatever, because it happens, if you can win this, then you can do this and run this ridge line and then poke the ridge line like that and spot everything that's over here. So that's how I did it. This game worked out really well in the, well, I would say in the fact that the even 90 kind of gave himself away really early on, and the M41 Bulldog was not a very good player, and these guys died, so it made my job a lot easier, right? But again, it's just another example, and you never know what's going to happen in any particular game. Every game could be different. So that's why I think I continue to do these videos with the same tank on the same map, and Skill will do it, Steel will do it, and Steel does a lot of streaming, so you can see tons and tons of examples of all his games. But I will continue to bring you guys the same map with the same tank in almost the same situation, but it's not the same situation because every game is different. So I'm still learning. I have 7,000 something battles on this account and over 10,000 on my old account. I'm still, seeing situations where, holy crap, I didn't realize that this person over here would have had a shot at me if I did, you know what I mean? You still learn something new every single day because sometimes people are taking different positions and different situations are happening, and I want you guys to see them all. That's it. Let's take a look at the end plates, guys. I think I've babbled on enough about this. I think I opened them twice. Are these the same one? Yeah, it looks like it. So here we go. 6,894 spotting was the total. 709 damage. And let's see. We were top by experience. Certainly not by damage. And yeah, looks like our Scorpions had some pretty good games there. And we made 41K. So when you do a lot of spotting, you make good coin. That's something to note. I love that. And you can see this is probably one of the shortest games that I've ever played on Prok. 6 minutes and 33 seconds is rare. Like, it's rare to get a game that short on Prok. Just given the way the map works. We only fired 8 shots, 6 hits, 4 pens, never concerned with damage when we do 7,000 spotting damage. And that's it, guys. I hope you learned a thing or two in this video. Please comment if you have any questions. I will answer them because, again, like I said, this is the map to learn how to play light tanks. If you can play Prok and you know how to play Prok with a light tank and spot, you could play any map in this game with any light tank and you should be fine because Prok is where it's all at. If you could do Prok and Malinovka, these two big spotting maps, you're in good hands. You can do any map. I believe in you. Again, any questions, comment, guys. Just let me know. I'm more than willing to answer any questions. So that's it. I'll see you guys for the next one. Hope you are all doing well, by the way, and take care. Bye-bye.